What's up, Lead Gen Jay here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up cold email sender accounts using the best method right now that I am teaching. I'm the only one teaching this. It's going to save you a lot of money and it's going to keep you out of the spam box. It is a little bit more detailed than most of the videos on my channel. I'm going to get technical here. And for that reason, I encourage you to take some notes, rewatch this video if you need to. But if you learn this one method, it is going to be infinitely scalable for you to build an army of cold email sender accounts that land in the inbox and don't break the bank. So without further ado, let's dive into the two options that you could potentially use for cold email right now that's working. Google, Microsoft Office. Both of these have a lot in common. They have very trusted servers. They both know that you use their emails for cold email and they will not block or disable your accounts for doing so as long as you play by my rules. And three, they're $6 per month per sender account. That's not cheap, especially if you're building an army and you're scaling. So I'm going to help you solve problem number 3 right now, which is at $6 per month per account, while still using these trusted servers and keeping it as simple and smooth as possible for you to onboard as many of these accounts as you possibly can. All right, let's dive right into it. It all starts in good old GoDaddy. Now, the reason that we use GoDaddy is because they have a deal with Microsoft Office 365, where if you purchase a domain here, you can get the first year of cold email for $2 per month with Microsoft Office. So I'm going to start from literally step 1, which is buying a new domain. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for one of my entities that I own and one of my own outreach campaigns. All right, good news. applystellar.com is available. We're going to go ahead and make this mine. I'm going to follow really normal GoDaddy steps here. So none of this is going to look very unique. Now, when you're buying a domain, we're going to hit no thanks here, keep going. It's going to offer me some upsells. Now you can take it here. I'm going to do no domain protection. Look at this, Microsoft Essentials, $199 per month, and that's for the first year. That is a third of the price you'd normally be paying. That's $6. But when it does renew, it will be the full $6. That's after the entire year. So definitely important to note there. We're going to go ahead and keep continuing. Now you can do this after you've already purchased a domain. My method works best if you do it all at once, so I encourage you to follow the steps that I'm outlining here. We're in my cart right now, and now it's giving me the option to change the number of users that I want to put on Microsoft 365 Essentials. I can crank this number of users up as basically as high as I want while still maintaining that discount. So right now I get a year's worth of emails for $95 for 4 users. If this was in Gmail or you were paying full price for Microsoft, this would not be the price. I'm just going to go down to 2 for now. And we're going to change domain registration to just 1 year. I can make that decision at the end of the year. All right, let's go ahead and complete checkout. $60 and I've got 2 emails for an entire year. All right, we're in business. We've already purchased a domain. Now all we have to do is set up those email accounts, and GoDaddy makes it super seamless to actually connect those emails to the domain and set up all those DNS records, just like Gmail does. Basically a one-click DNS setup. So let's dive into that right now. Alrighty, so it was automatically redirected to create those new email accounts. Now it lets us create multiple or single. It also lets you link the domains, which is even more powerful. This does not let you do this on Google. So as you can see, I've already got these 3 linked, and I'm not going to link this one because it is a separate entity. So I'm going to call them Jay and Jay Feldman. I'm going to make them both admins. First names we're going to set up exactly the same. Account type, Essentials. This is basically the license. I'm assigning these licenses. And send account info to my master account. Now it's going to go ahead and create these 2 emails. Link domains, do not share. Now, if you've made it to this point, you might be thinking, wow, this is really easy. It's about to get a little bit technical, so I want you to brace yourself. Now, most people will sell this information in a course. They'll put it behind a paywall. I don't want to do that. I want you to be able to create these and implement and practice so that you can get better and generate your own leads. If you're trying to do this and just can't get cold email to work, please give us a call and see if we can help out. Now, let's dive into the technical aspects of this process. So, a little bit of a navigation thing. Let's talk about GoDaddy. If you click on these, we're right now in email and office. And right now it's taking me through a checklist of what needs to get done. So let's go down to my users so that I can actually manage them. So we just created this one, j.feldman@applystellar.com. Looks like they're setting this up right now. 1 second. All right, j@applystellar.com. This is one of the ones that we just purchased. Let's go into manage and see what we need to change here to start things off. You'll see a few options, and a lot of these are important. Forwarding, we're going to need to set up. Set mail destination, we're going to need to set up. The DNS, we're going to need to set up. But the first thing I would say to do, just because this takes a while to propagate, is come down to account information, click on Advanced Settings. Down here, you'll see SMTP Authentication. And as you can see here under SMTP Authentication, it's currently off. We need to turn this on so that we can connect it to our cold email sending tools. This is step number 1. Now, let's go in and do some of the other things that we need to talk about. We're going to recheck DNS, and it's going to say your DNS settings are set up properly. Awesome. So what does that mean? It automatically applied the Microsoft Office DNS to the domain. So let's go in there and check just to make sure. All right, so we came into the domain section. If you need to know how to get there, you click on these little dots, come into domains, and then manage DNS. And as you can see, I'm in Apply Stellar right now, and all of the records for Microsoft Office have already been added. This is awesome. So now let's go back and see what else needs to get done. All right, we're back in the email account. Let's click on forwarding and see where this takes us. So j@applystellar.com. Let's have this forwarded to, right now, info@stellarbusiness.com. which is the main email. Next, you can set up forwarding. All you have to do is click here and you can forward that email to anywhere that you want. I suggest a unified inbox for whatever you have here. All right, now let's go ahead and do the rest of the process here. So 2 of the main things that you're going to have to consider when setting up your cold emails for sending is a DKIM record and a DMARC record. These 2 things are usually not set up by default. I'm going to show you how to set them up right now. They might sound complicated, but I promise I'm going to make it as simple as possible for you. All right, here we are. We're going to be using a tool called easydmarc.com. They make it really simple and free to generate DKIM records and DMARC records so that your emails are authenticated and don't go to spam. So to use this tool, you can go to easydmarc.com, hover over Platform, and then DKIM Record Generator, DMARC Record Generator. Now I'm going to walk through each of these quickly, but if you need information on how to do this in detail, please refer to my other videos. So let's start off with the domain. Which domain are we actually doing this for? Applystellar.com. Now remember, we only have to do this once per domain. So you can have 2 or 3 senders on this domain, but you only have to do this once. Policy type, none. Now remember, you have to put an email that these are going to be sent to. Monitoring, relaxed, leave these as is. Just pick an email that these are going to go to. I'm going to make it so that they don't go pretty much ever. And we're going to set this to 0. This will basically never send reports. And then we're going to generate a record, and it's going to give us this DMARC record. So I'm going to go ahead and copy. And now we are coming back to DNS management. We're going to add a new record. That's going to be a TXT record. The name _DMARC. The value is that DMARC record that we just generated. TTL, I always set it half an hour or as low as possible so that it updates quickly. Now let's go ahead and create a DKIM record. DKIM record generator. Go ahead and call it S1. I just call it S1 every time. Generate. All right, so there's a couple things that you might want to copy here. First, this S1 domain key. And let's add a new record. This is also going to be a TXT record. S1 domain key. Remember not to copy this .applystellar.com. That's going to go in automatically. Then you're going to grab this DKIM record rather, and put that in the value, TTL half an hour. Now you should have every record needed on this email. So it should be pretty ready to go. j@applystellar.com. Cool. We've got this all set up. Now let's actually open this up and make sure that it works. Now that the email is all set up, we're going to be going into Instantly, which is my #1 tool for warming and sending cold emails. If you need to use this tool or want to try it, my link, it is an affiliate link, is going to be down there in the show notes. By using it, you support the channel. I get a small cut, but this is a tool that I actually use in practice every day. Now I'm going to show you how to set up this email on Instantly using Microsoft Office. There is one contingency I want to tell you about here. If you do this too quickly, the email might quickly become disconnected and not send. All you have to do is delete it and re-add it. But my advice to you is to wait 2 hours after creating it to actually put it on Instantly. Again, if it disconnects or does not send, remove it and re-add it and you won't have any problems. All right, here we are in Instantly. And as you can see, the emails that I've created in Microsoft Office are warming correctly, actively. This does actually work. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add New, Microsoft Office 365. Now, one of the caveats to this is if you're doing this back to back to back, it might keep you logged in and you might have to open up another browser and log out. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and log into that account. Now remember, if you need to set up a password or reset the password for this, you can do so right here in Manage. I'm going to go ahead and set a new password now. All right, now let's get this connected and Instantly. So they have a direct integration, Microsoft Office 365. Let's use another account. All right, and we're in business. j@applystellar.com. That password that we just created. Try and unclick that keep me signed in before you log in. That way it doesn't give you issues every time that you do this. All right, accept. All right, and there we are. Here's that email all set up. Now all we have to do is turn on those settings. So I'm going to enable warm-up, and I'm going to show you what settings to put on here. Always use a custom tracking domain. I can show you how to set that up in a separate video. I always increase by 2, go up to 50. All right, so I've got the email all set up. I've enabled warming, I've set the settings, and to do a custom tracking domain, all you'll do is go into the DNS and set that up there. And that is it. That is how we use Microsoft Office 365 to save a lot of money, to simplify our lives, and to infinitely scale our email campaigns. If you found this helpful, you're really going to love my Inside VIP community. All you have to do to join is click the link down in the show notes, answer all of the questions. They will be denied if you do not, and you'll be admitted to the program where you have access to exclusive videos, direct access to me, and we may be able to help you in some of your lead generation needs. I hope this video was helpful. Please share it with somebody who's trying to figure out cold email, and please like it so you see more tips like this on your feed. See you in the next video.